Welcome to the Yoga Portal. My name is Amy, and today I'm going to guide you through a deep hip opening flow. You know what they say, trauma is stored in the hips, and today we're going to get down to the root of it. We're going to feel it all, we're going to be embodied, we're going to breathe through it, and we're going to experience whatever we've been holding in our dear, precious, beautiful hips. So go ahead and get into something comfy, get down on your mat, and meet me down on your back. We're gonna start here, hugging the knees into the chest, taking some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, loud sigh. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Remember that yoga is a breath practice with a side of movement. So whenever you feel lost or in your head, return back to your breath. It's always there for you. It's always happening in the present moment. You can always tether yourself to the here and now by focusing on your breath. Feeling the air coming through your nose, feeling the expansion of the lungs. Letting the exhale be a sigh out through the mouth, letting the nervous system relax. Now we'll straighten the left leg down to the mat, keep the right leg hugged in, and just start to open that hip up, dropping the knee to the side and back in front of you. Gently getting some movement here. Noticing if you're tight or tense, that's okay. Just breathe through it, allow it. And now we'll open up into a half happy baby, keeping the knee open, hovering over the wide edge of the mat. Maybe grab hold of your big toe if that's accessible to you. Maybe start to straighten the leg out and bend it. Maybe you grab your ankle or your calf. Just start to notice what's here. Grabbing that knee, see if you can pull it down towards the ground, but it doesn't have to touch. Squeezing that knee back into your chest. And we'll lower it down, squeezing in the left knee, beginning to roll it out, dropping it to the side, and back in front of you. Opening up the knee to the side. You can grab the ankle, your calf, or maybe the big toe. Noticing if this side is a little bit stiffer. Mine definitely is. And that's okay. Grabbing hold of that knee and pushing it down towards the ground. Deep breaths here. Now bringing that knee back in front of you. Straightening it down to the ground, shaking out the knees. Now we're gonna roll over onto our belly. Coming into Sphinx pose, pressing up into the forearms. And now we'll bring the left knee up. You can keep your toes in towards your thigh, or you can extend them down. So you're kind of making like a 90-degree angle with this leg here. And you can roll your neck out. Noticing where the kinks are. If this is harsh on your low back, you can also drop down a little bit lower. And if you need to, you can also place one cheek down on the mat. Whatever's best for your body today. Straightening that left leg back behind you. We'll bring the right knee up, keeping the toes pointed in towards your thigh, or maybe letting them straighten out a little bit more so they're behind or kind of in a line with your knee. Again, you can lay one cheek down on the mat if that feels better for your back. Otherwise, we're up in Sphinx, rolling it out. Straightening out that right knee. Now we're going to come into frog pose, which might be a little bit intense. So just listen to your body. We're gonna turn to face the wide edge of the mat. Option to roll your yoga mat up for a little bit of extra cushion. And we're just gonna separate the knees here. If you're up here in your frog pose, that's totally fine. Everyone has different hip flexibility. I encourage you to push yourself and open up as much as you can. Part of releasing what's stored in our hips is being able to breathe through discomfort. And it's kind of a metaphor for life. I think these hard yoga poses are. Can you be in slight discomfort? Can you be in pain and breathe? Can you be present with the pain? Not try to numb it or avoid it, but really sit with it, understand it, love it even if you can. It's okay to be a little bit uncomfortable sometimes. I think all the best things in life are on the other side of discomfort. Beautiful relationships, flexibility, money. It all takes a little bit of discomfort sometimes. That's the price that must be paid. But it just makes you stronger, makes you more resilient, makes you more of who you are when you discover what you're capable of. Check in with your breath. Just a couple more deep inhales and exhales here. You got this. Slowly beginning to push up from your frog pose. Maybe straightening out the mat if you use it as your cushion. And let's meet in a tabletop position. Make sure that you're mirroring me if you want this to work. We're going to extend the right leg back. Lifting the toes off the mat, maybe roll out the ankle. Engaging your core. And we're just gonna start to do like kind of some fire hydrant, like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. Sorry to bring that visual into your mind, but just gonna open up the hips here, drawing circles with the knee. Taking deep breaths. One more circle, extending the leg back out, tucking the toes under. Let's lift up to a three-legged dog. Bending the knee, drawing some more circles here. Now we'll step that foot through between the hands and come into a high lunge. Taking a moment here to really sink down deep into your hips, making sure that your knee is stacked over your ankle. Now we'll flip over into a side lunge, Skandasana. Option to test your balance here. You can close your eyes, maybe take your hands off the mat, and maybe shift side to side. Really keeping the hips low as you can. Now we'll come into Malasana, which is our yogi squat. So you can bring your feet in a little bit closer together. Heels come to the ground, hands come to heart center. We're pressing the knees open with the elbows. Maybe close down the eyes, become centered here, present. Breathing. Placing your hands down on the mat. Inhale to straighten up to a wide straddle, forward fold. Maybe shift your hips side to side. And inhale up to standing, sweep the arms. Turning your heels in a little bit. Exhale to squat down, goddess pose. Inhale to sweep. Exhaling down. Inhale to rise. Exhale to squat. One more, inhale to rise. Exhale, let's make our way back down to Malasana. Taking a few more deep breaths here. Placing your hands back on the mat, straightening up into that wide straddle fold. Now we'll pivot over to a high lunge on the left side, sinking deep into the hips. Stacking your knee over your ankle. Planting your palms down on the mat, stepping that leg back, three-legged dog. Bending the knee, drawing circles to open up the hip. And now we'll lower down onto the right knee, keeping the left leg extended, engaging the core. Now bending that knee, we'll open up the hip down here in tabletop, drawing those big circles. Deep breaths. One more circle. And lower down to the mat. Bringing the knees wide, toes come to touch, sit back in child's pose. Take a rest here. Pressing back up into the palms, coming back to our downward facing dog. Now we'll bring the left shin up in between the hands to the top of the mat, straightening out the right leg, coming into pigeon pose. Deep breath in, open up through your chest. You can stay here or exhale to fold. Sleeping pigeon. Settling in here, taking deep breaths, allowing the hips to scream at you if they're screaming at you. Just send them love. Send them attention, compassion. Your breath. Can you find peace here? Can you find that center, your inner stillness? One more breath in. Slowly begin to press up into the palms. Tucking the back toes, making your way back to down dog. Pedal it out. Now right shin comes to the mat. Dropping the back leg. Inhale to press up. Exhale to fold. Deep breaths here. You got this. It's not going to last forever. So be present with it while it's here. Taking one more breath in. And when you're ready, slowly rise. Thank you, pigeon. My favorite pose. Tucking the back toes. Let's meet in down dog. Paddle it out. Now dropping down to your knees, coming into a seat. We'll open the legs up into a wide straddle. Taking a deep breath in, arms extend up. On the exhale, drop your hands and slowly walk your fingertips forward. Maybe your fold is up here. Maybe you're laying flat, wherever you are. Perfectly fine. Deep breaths as you surrender and accept. Softening through the shoulders. Relaxing the jaw. Allowing yourself to just be here with yourself. Just breathe. Sometimes the pain starts to feel good. Maybe you can relate. Once you surrender to it and sink into it, you find that it's not that bad, actually. It's just there. It's just a sensation, nothing to be afraid of. Slowly walking your hands into your body. I could stay there forever, but I'm not going to do that to you. Bringing the soles of the feet together for butterfly. Grab hold of your ankles and use your elbows to press your knees open, taking a slight forward fold here. Now we'll pivot to face the top of the mat or the bottom. I think that's the bottom actually. Keeping your feet here in butterfly, slowly laid down onto your back, allowing gravity to pull the hips open here, resting for just a moment. Hugging your knees into your chest. Finding a gentle rock side to side. Now we'll open up into a full happy baby, grabbing the toes, ankles, or calves. I like to alternate straightening and bending each leg. But you find what works for you. Hugging your knees into your chest. Releasing your hands, we'll drop the knees side to side on the mat, almost like a windshield wiper. Dropping the knees over to the right side, extending the arms out to a T, gazing over at the left hand. Coming into a gentle twist here. Now dropping your knees over to the other side, gazing at the right hand. Coming back to center, straightening the legs down, coming into Shavasana, our final rest. Returning back to your natural breath. Taking a moment of gratitude for your body and all it's capable of. Thank you for showing up today on your mat for yourself, for your hips. The light in me sees and loves the light within you. Namaste.